Oh boy, the internet chose explosive action for this Friday. They said, nope, we're not letting you go into the weekend smooth and easy. Nobody is going to be calling Friday, Friday. They're going to be calling Holy Crap Switch 2. That is what this is all about. Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. We got another one. Luigi has been added to the collection of my new favorite mugs. Peach and Yoshi still elude me, but one day, my friends, just like one day, we'll get a Switch 2. But maybe that day is actually sooner than we think. A massive new rumor has sent a tsunami over internet message boards, and I want to dive fully face first in to this ooey gooey Nintendo mess. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Love you lots. Hope you're having a good day. If you're not, let's make it a bit better. We'll kick it off with some Nintendo news, including a possible sneaky look at a new Mario Kart character. All right, the official Mario Kart Twitter account posted this picture from Tour saying that some new fun courses and action is coming to the game. Now they're highlighting a Yoshi's Island course, which we recently got in the Mario Kart Booster Pass Wave 4. And look who's hiding out here. Deep within this screenshot stands one very strange wide-mouthed pug looking to drive his cart straight into everyone else's mug. Yep, it is Poochie from Yoshi's Woolly World and from Yoshi's Yarn Yoshi's. He's from Yoshi. Poochie from Yoshi looks like he is behind the wheel, which seems very dangerous, but could this hint at Poochie coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe next? Now, there are some tour characters that are not in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but given some of the kooky rumors we've heard, and the fact that maybe Nintendo is just going to go hog wild with their remaining characters in the Switch version, Poochie would be a pretty fun pick. I know he's not anybody's top choice, well, at least I don't think so, but he is a fun, weird one. And I personally would rather have a bunch of weird characters added in, sort of like unfamiliar faces, give us Poochie, give us Wart, throw some things in like that, than just like the standard Funky Kong, Petey Piranha, Pauline. I mean, no shade on any of those three. It's a nice trio, but I think we could do better. Poochie's a pretty fun one. We'll have to wait and see what he's like in Tour and if he does come to 8 Deluxe. What's for sure coming to Switch, though, is Wild Frost. This game got a very surprise release date of April the 12th, and this was supposed to come out sometime in 2023. Boom. They announced the release date 2 weeks before it drops. I really love stuff like this, especially because the game has been very front and center. They've had multiple demos, and they just dropped a demo on Switch if you want to check it out. Why is Wild Frost important? Chucklefish. Chucklefish has done great stuff. Chucklefish is doing Wargroove 2. They did Eastward. They've made a lot of good games. Maybe you played Inmost. They've made quite a few really exciting ones. And Wild Frost is I don't even know if I should say it. It really appeals to me, but if I say it, you may not want to see it. Well, you can see it in the footage. It's a card game. And y'all should give card games more chances. They're freaking incredible. Just ask Marvel Snap. Everyone that I've gotten to play it gets addicted, so card game at your own risk. No, all seriousness, Wild Frost has a great art style, looks to be a very cool game, and I've heard reports from people that have played it, including one Pat Nintentalk of Animal Crossing fame, said that he played it at PAX East, and it was fantastic. I'm really looking forward to this one. April 12th is close, and that sort of fills a gap as we wait for Zelda. Looking for something fun to be playing. I'll actually be traveling, I think, that day, so pretty perfect for me. Let me know if you're going to play it. Like with anything good about Switch 2, there's always two sides of the coin. There's the champions and the naysayers. Or maybe it's the misleaders and the champions. I can't quite tell, but you can try and figure it out with me here. Basically, what's going down is we have a massive rumor and leak that could be really great or could be really bad, depending on which side you believe here. Basically, we know that the Switch 2 is coming. Nintendo has devoted a lot of money to research and development. They've said, obviously, there'll be new fun hardware that has some sort of special twist and quirk and creative idea. They have not committed to anything. We know they're behaving weird with their no E3. They're behaving weird with their what else is announced. But at the end of the day, we've heard nothing from them directly, save from some indirect things such as, they permabanned a factory leaker. And someone who correctly predicted the Pokemon Presents also said Switch 2 later this year. Today gets interesting because it's making a leak that has huge implications depending on specifically what it means. So what's going down here is Connor or Arexta over on Twitter, a Korean Twitter user that has a history of tech leaks, said, according to my source, next gen of Nintendo Switch dev kit have been just sent to developers. Now it's translated, so it may be a little bit off, but basically dev kits were just sent out. Now this on the surface sounds like really great news, but it also could be really not so great news. Now this is gaining traction. It got 56,000 views. I've started to see it pop up in a lot of places, so I thought we better cover it because it could mean greatness and excitement for me, or it could mean a whole lot of just waiting. A dev kit going out indicates Nintendo is working on something new. We know that much. That can't be argued. But which version of the dev kit is it? Because if you don't know, Nintendo or any platform holder would send out multiple iterations of their dev kits. So is this a first dev kit indicating Switch 2 is way off? Or is this a final dev kit indicating, okay, we're getting real close? Back in 2021, Bloomberg reported that a number of developers had Switch Pro dev kits. Now here's where it starts getting really complicated, because back in that report, it was talking about Switch Pro. That never transpired, right? And since then, we've heard reports that the Switch Pro was canceled behind the scenes. Now, none of this is officially confirmed, and we know Nintendo is indeed going to make new hardware, but it depends if you believe those 2021 leaks from Bloomberg. If that was the first dev kit for a Switch 2, then this could be a much later version, indicating a much more near release. Like we're talking end of the year, this thing comes out. If this is the final dev kit and it just got sent out, that timeline would line up when you look at past system launches. Now, if this is a first dev kit after scrapping the Pro and those dev kits were associated with a canceled system, well, now we're in a totally different boat. We're in a boat that takes us to shore in 2025, end of 2024, maybe, who knows when. So you have to look at this and say, do you think this is a final dev kit or do you think it's a first dev kit? If I'm going to take Arexta at face value and say, okay, this is an accurate report, I believe that this is a much closer to final dev kit. I know that we heard things about a Pro console being shafted behind the scenes, and I know there was a lot of back and forth over how did the pandemic affect things. Was Nintendo planning a Pro unit and then had to about face and audible to a Switch OLED? Was the Switch OLED always the Pro? What's going on here? I feel like if there was a Pro that was supposed to come out and the OLED replaced, it would make sense that that was scrapped and instead built into a bigger, better, more exciting Switch 2. Now, there's another wrinkle here, which we got to consider, which is that this is not real at all. And it could just be not real because Arexta could just have a bad source or could be just making up for clout, or who knows. But then things double down and get even more interesting on Fama Boards, a place where we have kept track of many Switch rumors, leaks, and discussions. There are two users over on Fama Boards that are asserting that Arexta was purposefully fed bad information to see if they would tweet it out, and that this actually is not a true leak or report at all. So you really have three paths. It's a fork in the road. You can go one of three ways. First dev kit, Switch is way far off. Final dev kit, Switch 2 is near. This is a major scheme to get this person to basically out themselves as a fake leaker unintentionally. All I know is there is a lot going on here. And all I know is that the Switch 2 is becoming a freaking, I don't know what you'd call it, a Trojan horse. It's becoming a totem to internet culture. It's becoming this mecca of mystery. And we won't know more, but we will soon. Now that Nintendo is approaching the summer season, now that Tears of the Kingdom has entered its full marketing cycle, now that that game is out in about 40 days, something has to happen after. Nintendo can't just cruise the rest of the year with Pikmin 4 and not say anything. As I told you before, if they were going to announce a Switch 2, it would probably be sometime late summer, a month or two, maybe even 3 after Tears of the Kingdom. So we're coming up to sort of that timeline where we're going to see which way Nintendo breaks. Are they breaking the way of, hey, let's just ride the Switch out, we don't have many games, maybe 1 or 2 more? Or are they hiding something massive? But if you do believe this rumor, let's just say that this leak is accurate. Switch dev kits are out there. To me, I really do believe it would be a latter dev kit, a later iteration that is moving us towards launch. We've known for a long time what kind of chipset Nintendo is planning on using. System of chip specs and stuff have been out there. Much more than speculation, as we've had NVIDIA employees kind of leak things out saying, yeah, this is what Nintendo is using. I don't think they're at the initial stages of figuring this stuff out. It feels like it's been years in the making. And therefore, I would like to put my marble on the fact that if this is a real rumor, it's indicating a much more imminent launch. It's indicating that certain developers have now gotten their hands on more final dev kits and are prepping for a late 2023 launch. I really, really hope that's the case. And it does sort of line up with a lot that's going on. I've made the case before, like, why else is Nintendo being so weird unless they have something really big? It seems like we could be in for a real treat. A lot of the discourse right now online is like, why after Tears of the Kingdom? And I think the answer is, well, they can release Tears of the Kingdom, sell a boatload to the Switch audience, and then announce an upgraded version and either A, sell it again, or B, just really encourage people to get a Switch Pro and double dip. Hey, the game's amazing, it reviewed fantastic, the feedback is great, and now you can play it in 4K. It's a compelling case. Maybe it's better to push the game out and the system at the same time, but who knows how their schedules line up, or where things went astray, or what their initial plans were. The best laid plans of Furukawa and Bowser often go down the warp pipe, and so this could be a case where maybe they were supposed to launch simultaneously, but development delays and production delays caused those timelines to split, and they figure, hey, we have 120 million Switches out there. It's not too bad if we just launch Tears of the Kingdom on the old system. I think you'd be silly to believe that Nintendo is going to ride this thing for 3, 4, 5 more years. New hardware does feel very, very close, and this source may be inaccurate. I'd like to believe that they are truthful. It'd be a great opportunity to have someone on the tech side that can provide interesting rumors and information. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, I love this stuff. I think the discussion alone is fascinating and fun, and it gets people really thinking about Nintendo, their plans, the systems, and more. So give me your take in the comments down below, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive, and until next time, SwitchForce out.